In this video, I'm going to be going over the top 10 must-have cards right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. What I do mean by must-have card is just for their price tag and their price point. You know, a must-have card for a budget squad, a must-have card for a top-level team, and just like a mid-level must-have card in the game. So at the number 1 spot, not really ranked in order, but just the first card I do want to talk about is going to be the Dark Matter Jonathan Isaac. So like I said, guys, these will just be must-have cards in my opinion at kind of each price point. So first one here is going to be Jonathan Isaac, a card that goes for about 150 to 200,000 MT, so more on the expensive side, but I think he's a must-have card for a lot of people's lineups that want a really good defensive small forward with a 98 block, 97 steal, 97 perimeter, 97 interior defense. Like, I think he's on that Bill Russell type of level, and he's going to be a little bit cheaper, and he might actually be a better card than Bill Russell, depending on if you like his jump shot more, because he does have better dribble sigs and the card moves a lot faster in game, and he's going to be just as good defensively. Like, his tendencies are maxed out, his wingspan's elite, and his player model is also really good. So I think Jonathan Isaac is like a better version of a Bill Russell, especially for his price. So I do think Jonathan Isaac is a top 10 must-have card in the game. Next guy I do want to talk about is Hero Sky Labrini, a guy that's around that mid-level price range of about 40 to 50k, maybe even a little bit lower. He's going to be a power forward, small forward, 6'9" with a 6'9" with a 6'9" wingspan. And the thing I've always said about Sky Labrini is he's pretty much a perfect small forward. He's got amazing stats and badges, no real flaws in the stats or the badges. And then you take a look at the animations, he's got the exact same jump shot as Jonathan Bender, which is an amazing jump shot on very quick timing. He's got the Steve Francis size up, the tray escape, which a lot of people think, and myself included, the best dribble sigs in the game. He's got the quick drops off one, the front clutches, the 2 best dunk packages in the game, and then he's also got basically perfect defensive tendencies with a 98 on ball steal, 98 contest shot, and a 98 block shot. I mean, this card is absolutely ridiculous for only about 40 to 50,000 MT. Next card I do want to talk about is going to be a big, and that's going to be the Galaxy Opal Marc Gasol, a card that now only goes for about 20 to 25k. Is extremely good value in Marc Gasol. He's 7'1", can play the center and power forward position, also does have a 7'4" wingspan, and the thing I like about him probably the most is the fact that he can play power forward and he can still be super elite at center. So depending on your lineup, you can really run him in a whole different type of variation of lineups. If you want to have him next to a Yao Ming or a Manute Bol, he can slide over to the power forward position. And then if you want to run a little bit, not small ball, but you want to go maybe a little bit shorter, you don't have a Yao Ming, you don't have a Manute Bol, he can still play the center position and play really good defense. Like, he's got a 92 block, 98 interior defense, 80 steal, 92 perimeter. He's a really good defender and amazing offensive center card, and I think for his price is a must-have center card in the game for that budget price tag. Now going over to the next card is going to be Galaxy Opal Thurl Bailey. I think Thurl Bailey and AK are pretty much going to be the exact same card for around the same price. This Thurl Bailey card's about 35 to 40k, and this AK is around 20 to 25k, and they're both just going to be amazing small forwards in my team. They both play elite level defense. Like, AK's got a 97 block, 97 steal, 98 perimeter, 94 interior defense. You know, all around, this card does everything at a super high level. He's still one of the best two-way small forwards in the game. And then you look at a card like Thurl Bailey, a guy that's 6'11", can play power forward and small forward. He's got a 7-foot wingspan, and the way that I view Thurl Bailey is just a budget version of the invincible Giannis. Some people even think he's just as good or even better than Giannis because his jump shot's better, his sigs are on par with, pretty much on par with Giannis. I don't know if I'd go as far to say as he's as good or better than invincible Giannis, but he does play very similar with his animations, his player model super elite. And I will say he does have a better jump shot than Giannis, you know, more Hall of Fame shooting badges, I think, right? Or Giannis might have more Hall of Fame shooting badges just because he isn't invincible, but I would say Thurl Bailey is definitely the better 3-point shooter, and also maybe even moves a little bit better with the ball in his hands, having the Curry escape or the Curry size up and the John Wall escape. So Thurl Bailey, I think, is a must-have card for only about 30 to 40,000 MT. Now going over some budget must-have cards, I think Joakim Noah, if you're looking for a budget center and power forward for under 10,000 MT, I think Joakim Noah is a must-have budget card in the game. He's 6'11" at the center and power forward position. He's got a 7'1" wingspan. His defense is off the charts, man. 96 block, 96 steal, 95 perimeter, 96 interior defense. He's almost got every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game, and they actually gave him a great jump shot with the Christian Wood base, the Scottie Pippen upper, upper on very quick timing. He can knock down threes at a very high level, and then he can also move pretty well. He's got the Devin Booker size up, he's got the John Wall skate, the Dame behind the back, so his SIGs are pretty good, very similar to a lot of guards in my team. And then also his defensive tendencies are maxed out: 98 block, 98 contest shot, 98 on-ball steal. All around Joakim Noah, one of the best budget cards in the game. Now going over to another kind of budget card for only about 10,000 MT. If you're looking for a budget point guard, I would recommend either Jalen Rose or Hedo Turkoglu. Like if you're looking for a budget point guard under 20, 10, 15,000 MT, somewhere in that price tag, whether it's out of position Hedo Turkoglu or whether it's Jalen Rose, I think are both going to be great options at the point guard position. Jalen Rose, 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan. He gives you really good defense: 92 perimeter, 91 steal, 82 block, 90 interior defense. He's got all around great stats and badges. And once again, for a budget card, I think he's going to be a must-have in the game. There's not too many amazing budget point guards, so if you want a great guy that can guard most positions, like he can guard those taller point guards like a Ben Simmons, a Jokic, Magic Johnson, all these new tall point guards in the game, Jalen Rose has the size and the ability to defend against some of the best point guards in the game. And then now talking about some more expensive, kind of on that Jonathan Isaac price range, that I do think are must-have cards. First guy here for the expensive price is going to be the Dark Matter Vince Carter, a 6'6" shooting guard, 6'9" wingspan, and I think for the price of around 150k is such good value for Vince Carter. Like I just got him earlier today for 145,000 MT, and when I tell you guys he's such an elite offensive small forward, like he is so fun to use in game. He's amazing going to the basket with a 99 driving dunk, 99 vertical. He gets some of the best dunk packages in the game. He just feels super quick at getting to the rim, and I also do like his dribble sigs a lot with the Steve Francis size up, the John Wall escape, the Dame behind the back, and I absolutely love his jump shot with the Kyle Kuzma base and the Vince Carter upper on very quick timing. I think it's such an easy jump shot to green and also fairly fast. And then defensively, I mean, he can hold his own. He's not the tallest shooting guard, doesn't have the best defensive stats or badges in the world for a shooting guard, but I think he's solid and can definitely hold his own. And then Taco Fall has to be in here as a top 10 must-have card in the game, a guy that can compete against all these giants for only about 150 to 200,000 MT. He's gone back up a little bit in price, and I think that's due probably to the fact of people getting Artis Gilmore and Rick Smith. So another more giant cards that Taco Fall needs to be on your squad to be able to defend, but other cards like Manute Bol at power forward, Yao Ming at center, Rick Smith, you're going to kind of need to have Taco Fall or at least one giant on your squad in case you do run against those, really expensive and really tall giant cards. So Taco Fall, easily a top 10 must-have card in the game, 7'6" at power forward, 8'2" wingspan, and still has one of the best player models in my team and is one of the best to paint defenders in the game. Now to talk about the last must-have card in the game is actually going to be a whole bunch of cards, and that's going to be free cards, mainly just talking about 2 or 3. But the first guy I do want to talk about is going to be the free Rick Smith. I think everybody should be grinding for this card. I know he's RNG, so it does take a lot of luck. Some people might play 500 games and not get him, and some people might play 10 games and get him, so that's where the luck factor does come in. But a free center card who's 7'4" with a 7'7" wingspan, you get a free card that's on the same level as a Yao Ming and these top centers in the game. Like I've seen from a lot of people that they like him just as much as a Yao, maybe even more than Yao Ming. So this is the card I feel like everybody should be grinding for, and definitely a must-have card in the game. Great jump shot for a 7'4" center card, all around great stats and badges. And once again, he's just going to be on that Yao Ming level. And then also from the new season 7 rewards, I think Artis Gilmore is another must-have free card in the game. A 7'2" center, but can play power forward with a 7'5" wingspan. He always has an amazing player model in game. Like his afro really adds some inches to the height. He looks a lot taller than 7'2" in game, and his defense is insanely good with every single Hall of Fame defensive badge and basically perfect defensive stats. So Artis Gilmore, Rick Smith, I think are both going to be must-have free cards in the game, and that's going to round off the top 10 must-have cards in the game right now. But hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Let me know in the comment section down below maybe some other must-have cards in the game, because these are just my top 10 for certain price points. There's obviously tons and tons of other cards that can be considered in this top 10. Just in my opinion, these are going to be the top 10 must-have cards right now in my team, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.